Now in this problem, A, B and C are three persons who worked for 15, 17 and 10 days and earned rupees 47,000. And also they have given the efficiencies of A, B and C. Efficiencies of A, B and C are in the ratio of 3:5:7. Now it's asking if they are working for 8 days, 6 days and 5 days respectively, then which of the following options is true? Now the efficiencies of A, B and C, the ratio of efficiencies of A, B and C are given as 3:5:7. So let the efficiency of A be some 3x, next be some 5x and next be some 7x. And A worked for 15 days, B worked for 17 days and D worked for 10 days. Now we know that the amount earned will be nothing but efficiency into number of days they have worked. So A has worked for 15 days into his efficiency is 3x, B has worked for 17 with efficiency 5x and C 10 into 7x. Then they have earned rupees 47,000. Guys, 200x is equals to 47,000, which implies x is equals to 235. Let us look into the amounts earned by A, B and C. Now A has worked for 8 days, so the amount that he will earn is 8 into 3x. Now B has worked for 6 days, so the amount he'll earn is 6 into 5x. So C has worked for days, so 5 into 7x. Now this is nothing but 24x, 30x and 35x. Now the difference between A and B is nothing but 6x, whereas the difference between B and C is nothing but 5x, whereas the difference between C and A is nothing but 11x. Now we know the value of x, 6 into 235, then 6 into 5 into 235 and 11 into 235. So the value is 6 into 235 is nothing but 1410, and next one is 1175 and the next one is 2585. Now let us look into the option. Option A is true, that is B is true, as well as C is true. That means all these three are true. So answer is option D.
Look at the question and sentence completion. Coyotes have managed to dash much serious scrutiny by being exquisitely dashed, so much so that even dedicated coyote scientists can struggle to find ways to lay eyes on them, not to mention hands. The coyotes is the American jackal. Now what happened to this? They managed to dash serious scrutiny. That means they must have perhaps escaped by being dashed, so much so that even dedicated coyote scientists can struggle to find ways to lay eyes on them. That means they even can't see them, not to mention hands. So laying hands on coyotes is something difficult and something unimaginable. They can't even see them. That means what these coyotes must have done, check one by one. Procrastinate. You know, procrastinate is delaying. Procrastination is the thief of time. You must have heard of this collocation. And then sluggish. Sluggish is lazy. If these coyotes are lazy, then it's very easy to catch them. But that's not happening. Therefore, A is not the answer. Strike off. Elude. If you know the meaning of elude, you can keep it to come back. Mislead. They can mislead. But coy, if they are coy means what? They are very cowardly nature. Shy. If they are shy, then can they mislead? Again, this is a wrong answer. Redefine. And then adamant. Adamant is the quality of being very stubborn and rigid. Now the question here is, these animals are escaping the very sight of scientists. So the correct answer here is B. Elude is to escape and avoid. For example, Century eludes the batsman, 99 out. That means Century has just escaped him. So coyotes are also escaping because they are very means what? Very careful. Therefore the best answer here is B. Now look at the question. This is based on sentence correction, or otherwise called as identify the error, find the error. In which part you find the error? Or the sentence itself is totally correct, then D becomes the answer for us. The sentence is, what the finding does not settle is how to define exactly what these animals are, or for that matter, what to call them. So, the answer lies where? Is there any error in A? Look at this, finding is a gerund, the ing form of a verb. It can act as noun as well. Finding does not. So, subject verb perfectly agreeing. And is, finding is, gerund is singular, so followed by is, perfect, no error. How to define exactly what these animals are? Again, there is no error. See, or for that matter, what to call them? Again, no error. Therefore, tense is perfectly maintained. Subject verb agreement is okay. Therefore, grammatical don't find error as such. Therefore, D becomes the best option. That is, no error. This is a question on logical reasoning. The given statements are P. All accounts officers are suspicious. Q. Some accounts officers are trusting. The conclusions given are, number 1, all trusting accounts officers are suspicious. Second, all suspicious accounts officers are trusting. Now what we need to do here is, which conclusion correctly follows? Observe carefully. You should know first of all the particular and universal statements. When a word like all, every, any, without exception are given, then that is called a universal statement. But when a part of the group is taken, something like some, a few, a little, etc., that becomes a particular one. So here, the second premise is particular. That is, some accounts officers are trusting. When the premise is particular, then the conclusion must also be particular. If one premise is particular, the conclusion must also be particular. That's the rule. Now what happened here is, both the conclusions are general here, are universal. Therefore, both the conclusions are wrong. All trusting accounts officers are suspicious. Actually, they are mutually contradictory. When somebody is trusting, he cannot be suspicious, or vice versa. Similarly, second also, when all suspicious accounts officers are trusting, again once again it is a question of mutually contradicting statements. Therefore, neither one nor two follows here. Therefore, the best option here for us is C. Neither one nor two follows. C is the best option.